Good evening, this is News Mongolia. I'm Satlangkort in the MNB World studio. For our top stories, Mongolia to spend 8.6 billion Mongolian tugruk on Omicron transmission prevention. COVID-19, 138 confirmed cases, no deaths reported. Cabinet extends household electricity discounts until May 31st. For other news, stay tuned. A new study suggests that the new COVID-19 variant Omicron is highly resistant to the antibodies of people who have recovered from the virus and those who have received 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine. During its irregular meeting, Cabinet agreed on a budget of 8.6 billion Mongolian tugruk from the government's reserve fund to address transmission risk. New research comes amid rising Omicron cases, which has been designated a variant of concern by the World Health Organization. While the variant appears to be highly resistant to the antibodies of people who have already contracted COVID-19 and those who have been fully vaccinated with the Pfizer vaccine, the study also mentions that a 3rd dose of the Pfizer vaccine, when mixed with Pfizer and AstraZeneca's vaccines, may be effective against the new variant. The Omicron variant has been raising alarms globally due to its high rate of transmissibility and 37 mutations of its spike protein identified so far. The government of Mongolia has agreed to spend 5.6 billion Mongolian tugruk on measures to prevent the spread of the Omicron variant. Another 3 billion Mongolian tugruk will be allocated for shipping from the container terminal at the Mongolian-Chinese border to the Zamiut Customs Control Area. In addition, the National Emergency Commission has prepared quarantine facilities for more than 1,300 people. The variant was first detected in South Africa and has hit more than 100 countries worldwide. Omicron's transmission risk is more than 2.5 times higher compared to other known variants. The Ministry of Health reported that 138 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed today with no deaths.
The Ministry of Health today on January 3rd has reported that 138 new COVID-19 cases were detected in the past 24 hours after tests were carried out at PCR laboratories across the country, and no deaths were reported. All new cases except 11 were confirmed domestically, out of which 97 were confirmed at Ulaanbaatar and 30 were confirmed in their provinces. 11 cases were imported. 2,049 COVID-19 patients being treated at hospitals nationwide. Additionally, 3,427 patients are being treated at home. Among the 2,049 COVID-19 patients, 707 are showing mild symptoms of illness and 24 are in critical condition. As of today, around 2 million people have received 2 doses of a COVID-19 vaccine and 28% of the population has got the booster shot so far.
Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Thank you for staying with us on MNB World. Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs. Minister of Energy Taewonbik announced that Cabinet has decided to continue providing electricity discounts to households until May 31st, 2022. Electricity fees for up to 350 kilowatts for gear area households and up to 250 kilowatts for apartments will be fully subsidized, but any additional electricity use will be billed. To mitigate the economic impact of the pandemic, households and enterprises have been fully exempt from paying for electricity and other utilities since December 1st, 2020. Government funding of 890 billion Mongolian tugruk has been provided to cover these costs. The subsidies will be limited due to the demand placed on the energy sector and are based on the average household electricity consumption of 250 to 350 kilowatts. Minister Taewonbik emphasized that 73% of all households will be fully exempt from electricity bills. The Prime Minister stated that the subsidies will be funded by profits from major mining projects and programs. In our next story, we are going to meet a girl who has been making polymer clay sculptures since she was 5. Michelle likes making figurines of her favorite cartoon characters. She has made over 800 figurines so far. Michelle talks about how wonderful it was to make her first polymer clay figure with her mother. She says she feels like she's in her own wonderland when making her figurines. The 10-year-old dreams of having an exhibition of her work and becoming a ballerina.
I first started making polymer clay art with my mother because I did not know how to make them on my own. It was a great feeling. After making some sculptures with my mother, I bought a new set of clay and started making more on my own. Before I took it up as a hobby, I'd spend a lot of time on my phone. Now, when I make art with clay or when I dance, I feel energized.
The figurines of Michelle's family took her nearly 4 hours to make. She likes to teach others how to make clay figures, and she loves to give her works of art to other people. At first, she made small figurines, but now she tries to make bigger sets of figurines with a specific theme.
Since I was small, I've enjoyed giving my sculptures to others. I believe they make meaningful gifts as they're handmade. On my mother's birthday, I gave her the figurines of our family. She was almost in tears. It was fun to make figures of my family members. I looked at their photos to make them, or I would just look at them in person while I was making the figures. It's important to think about and plan the color combinations. Also, you can see a person's emotions in my sculptures. They could be happy, excited, sad, or upset.
Last year, Michelle won first place in UNICEF Mongolia's interactive contest, Цахим Аялал, or Online Journey. She's also successfully participated in many other competitions. Clay sculpting promotes creativity and other cognitive skills. Michelle encourages other kids to make clay sculpture in their free time. Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the world's major cities. This is it for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.